Bear Academy.
Chilling breeze greets you one morning, heralding the approach of winter. With the end of the year approaching, you find yourself considering your aspirations. You want to accomplish something significant, you decide. Something you'll remember. Like drinking this here? It's Harriet. Dangerous quest? No, I don't think so. Attend a charming evening at a gala? Decide not to pursue anything. Let's do the gala. Recently you've gathered enough attention in the... Can I click on these and... Didn't mean to skip! Can I... okay. Here we go. Dampness. Increased by good soak, or by a melancholic moment. This stat indicates how wet and slimy her body is, but also the murkiness of the soul. Murkiness of the soul. So that's your evil stat, okay? So the higher it is, the more evil you are? I mean, I'm sure some people would be very into her being wet and slimy. Mycelium increased by right nutrients or by things that nourish the soul. Okay, the stat is associated with how generally healthy she is. And the other could also be persistent optimism. Okay, so that's health, robustness. Increased by the ideal growing conditions or by a loving presence. The stat is associated with her physical strength, but also be a strength of character, okay? Potency increased by a tittling meal or by... the hell is that word? Titillating? I've never seen that word in my life. The stat is tied to the strength of her mushroom type, or her ability to perform in stressful situations, okay? And humanity increases by thorough socialization or by doing the right thing. The stat is how good of a person she is, literally and metaphorically. Okay, good to know. So that's the strength of a mushroom. And dampness is... So dampness is our evil stat. That is health. That is strength. Oh my... Yeah, strength and defense. Yeah, strength. Potency is mushroom ability. I mean, she is a ruddy purple chanterelle. Whatever that means. And humanity, of course, is humanity. Can I not... There we go, history. 10 charming evening. Recently you've been garnered enough attention in the area to be invited to a high-class event. This could be an opportunity to celebrate the year or invite someone you wish to grow closer with. We shall we... Invite the person who raised you. Absolutely. Come on, Dad, we're going into a gala. You know that the recluse is not a fan of the crowds. However, the thought of attending the gala with them appeals to you. Besides, you couldn't imagine a better person to laugh at normal humans with. The gala isn't until the end of the year. That should be plenty of time to pay the recluse a visit. Chill in the area has invigorated you. What would you like to do today? How about we just stay home for the day? Since it's winter. It's cold. Let's just stay inside. Get all snug and cozy. You leave your home in the later hours of the morning one day, only to set upon a strange woman not too far from your front door. It's immediately apparent that she doesn't notice you. Heck, she may not even notice the house that's just right there. As it stands, the slender, bespectacled woman has her gaze locked to the sky. She'd be a statue, if not for a periodic wave of the hand setting errant strands of silver hair into a messy ponytail. Watching her for a moment, you stand to reason that maybe something's wrong. Plus she looks harmless enough, maybe she's worth approaching. Can I help you? Increase our humanity a little bit more. The woman rolls around, caught off guard by your sudden appearance. Oh, I'm sorry, she stammers, before catching a good look at you. Oh. Ma, you're an interesting creature, aren't you? Her inquisition borders heavily on the familiar, but you let it slide. Are you by chance the mycelial maiden of these woods? I've heard so much about you. It's such a shame. I'm pursuing other interests right now. I would love to so much study you. Sorry, is that weird? That's weird, right? The woman pushes back a series of stray hairs, smiling sweetly through thin lips and eyes that glitter like velvet gems. It's almost enthralling. Ah, right then. I should introduce myself. My name's Celia. I am, I suppose, what you'd call a scholar of sorts. I study all sorts of creatures, both mythical and speculative, ranging from all sorts of quasi-humanoid beings to amorphous energies. My primal field of study is in the realm of the Fae. Tricky little friends, I tell you what. Lately I've been trying to uncover traces of this cheeky bugger. A Fae prince by the name of Cupid. Don't suppose you've seen a foul-mouthed baby flying around shooting people, have you? Is that a riddle? What do you think the answer to that is? I don't like the skull, so let's just do that. Does it increase any of our stats? No. Celia puts a finger to her chin. I just suppose it sounds odd, huh? Still, there is that little gremlin around here somewhere. My sources have provided me with good intel, I assure you. Okay, but why bother studying him if you can't find him? I'm guessing the flower option is always the most kind one, so let's go for that. That would be wonderful. It definitely seems to be a lost cause looking for him here anyways. Tell you what, Celia hands you a small handbell made of lightly glowing bone. Take this and ring it if you find him. Of course, if you find anything else of interest, I will be thrilled to be notified. Holding the handbell, you give it a light jiggle. To your surprise, it rings out spectacularly. You got a scholar bell? A small handbell made of bone used to summon Celia, the scholar. Just from anywhere? Okay. And you know, Celia leans in close. If ever you'd like a little studying of your own, well... Celia's face begins to turn red as she looks away, hand on cheek and stifling a giggle. Nothing. Don't be stranger now. With a sort of flirtatious smile, with a grin, she saunters away. You're left feeling a myriad of emotions, though a single question remains. You're not going to, like, get shot by a baby just walking about, right? Hopefully not. To the east of your forest lies a village of humans, but you've often found yourself wondering what you would find if you simply kept traveling east. Today you have resolved to solve this mystery. With a packed, you depart, well prepared for a day trip. A thoroughly trodden path guides you easily to a village, a route you're familiar with. Once you get beyond the far edge of the village is when the anticipation begins to build. The more you think about it, anything could be out there, and soon you'll see what it is. Your journey is long, well, as long as a day trip can be, I suppose. But after what feels like hours of walking through gently sloping valleys and hills, you begin to notice structures. Okay, got a new song to the almanac. Though they are aged, you recognize large monoliths that appear to have been some kind of stone wall, perhaps a defensive fortifications? Stonehenge? As you walk further, you find buildings as well, though you suspect it has been a very long while since anything human has lived in them. Alright, yeah, I can kind of see the outline of kind of like a barn or a chapel, a church, I don't know, small church. Nature, however, seems to be doing her best to claim stake to the abandoned town. Large pine trees stand proudly, unmoved by the winter chill, and you even manage to spot several animals you have only rarely seen previously. While exploring, you happen to notice a few different tasty-looking plants. Perhaps you'll take advantage of this and do some foraging while you're out. We've got evergreen needles, roots, trap some critters. No. Look for nuts and seeds. Everyone has a cloud with a thunderbolt. I guess we can harvest some roots. Even when it seems as though there is nothing around you worth eating, you know the truth. Sometimes tastiness lives underground. True. Warm, starchy thoughts fill your head as you begin scouting for familiar root plants. You manage to spot several in time. Burdock, dandelion, even some delicate wild carrots. Delicious. Did we just get a coin for that? Oh, I just got one food. One usually performs better with a nice meal in the stomach. Okay. Sometimes you are forced to dig deeper than you'd expect in order to get the most root possible. It's more work, but as you eye your forageable bag full of chunky roots, you have a hard time complaining. Gonna be feasting like kings tonight. With dinner procured and then some, you decide that it's time to say goodbye to the strange little abandoned town for now and begin the long trek home. Perhaps someday you shall return. While taking a stroll down the center of town, you catch the eye of a curious group of children. One of them lifts a finger to point at you and shouts, "Look, a big mushy." That's pretty rude, by all means. What do you want to do about this? Let kids have fun. Offer the kids some homemade and dried mushroom treats. Or ignore children, just keep walking. Go over and see if they would like to play. Haru point and shout right back at them. Nah, we are not evil. Would increase our robustness. And if we throw in some extra food. Yeah, share a meal with them. Why not? Let kids be kids. For 2? And I failed? Come on. You've seen some of the local shops hand out goodies before, so you're sure no one would get mad at you for doing it too. Thankfully, you always keep some of your homemade treats on hand. They're useful for long hikes or hungry children. At first, the child seems hesitant. He casts a concerned glance to his friends, who seems perhaps a little confused. Eventually, he takes a bite. The child immediately spits it out, desperately licking his palms in an attempt to rid himself of flavor. Yuck, the big mushy is so gross. Oh no. Decrease our mycelium. You have no choice but to walk back home in shame, pondering what you did to make the treats turn out so bad. They're just built different. Oh, I love the little snowflake effects. One afternoon while sitting at home, you realize something. Today is the day of the town's end of the year gala. This was something you've been anticipating. You were thrilled when your parents agreed to join you. They must be on their way now. Chapter 4. The Recluse's Big Night Out. When your daughter suddenly suggested that you attend a large social function in town, you were a little torn. You knew that you had to do it, in the same sense you would have to do any silly little thing she asks, because she's your child and you love her. But this? Simply put, you are unsure where she gets her taste for such things. It's surely not from you. As the sun approached its zenith, you knew you would be arriving at her home at a moment. Then the two of you could share the walk in town. Though you are regularly forced to make brief visits to the village, you do your best to avoid the hustle and bustle of the more populated areas. Tonight would be an exception. Finally, you could see a dot of purple in the distance. The Spare Junior. Okay, so now we're playing as the recluse again. Nice pat on the shoulder. Nah, give her a big ol' slimy hug. As she approaches, you rush up and greet her with a tight hug. Also, we are starving. And we have not earned a single coin in all these years. Has it been years? I don't know, it feels more like it's been a couple days at least. They grow up so fast. Literally. Stay hydrated, kids. Two of you decide to begin the long walk to the location of the gala. The most direct path has you passing through the village. A walk that the two of you have taken together quite often. This evening the town is lively. Many seem to be making preparations for the gala, and you find that your daughter's attention has been thoroughly captured by someone selling floral accessories. You will find our corsages are the finest in all the land, the salesman claims. You find yourself dubious, but the Spare Junior has a sparkle in her eye. I'm fucking broke? Buy it for her. Flowers, you can gather those yourself. Not really. The girl's already organic, she doesn't need flowers. Wow. Rude. Sure, let's spend our last money. What the hell? The girl so rarely seeks out material goods. You feel as though she deserves a little treat. Reach into your pockets only to discover that today you are a little light on gold. Yeah? A grimace forms on your face as you inform Spare Junior that you do not have enough coins. Aww. You begin to ask if she has any that you can borrow. The words feel uncouth? Before you even finish saying them. How unbecoming. Aww. Can I even see her? Oh, I didn't mean to. Where is it? With the matter settled, the two of you finished your comfortable walk to the estate that the gala was held in. You find yourself thinking about this event. It's one that you have heard about for many years, yet you've never felt the urge to learn more. As the large building entered your sight, you can't help but think that you'd still rather avoid it. At last, it was out of your hands. I was just trying to click on her picture. As the large building entered your sight, you can't help but think that you'd still rather avoid it. At last, it was out of your hands. Thankfully, your daughter looked pleased enough for both of you. Perhaps it was a spectacle. Just seeing all these people around, donning fancy clothes and smug looks. Maybe she didn't notice those. Or maybe they were all in your head. Before you can dwell any longer, the Spare Junior grabs your hand and drags you in. As you enter, your senses are overwhelmed with all of the things that humans do at events like this. Musicians in the corner, tripping away on their instruments. The wafting aroma of food and drink far fancier than you're used to. A wonderland of human creation, by humans for humans. Sometimes you feel as though you don't fit into that category, or that you must not if you don't enjoy such things. But for now, you overlook the man-made chaos. You and Despair Jr. wander the gala for a while, familiarizing yourself with the locale. Finally, after getting a good look at everything, you find yourself tiring. You sit at a table and Despair Jr. sits beside you. While sitting, you and your daughter can't help but overhear some concerning nearby chatter. It would appear that a dance off is to take place. Oh, I'm gonna hit them with the absolute sickest breakdance moves. Unfortunately, a dance-off does not seem to refer to turning dancing off. Evidently, it's some manner of intense tournament where the last dancer left standing wins. You can see the gears in Despair Jr.'s head spinning. She wants to participate in the contest, no doubt. But you're not sure you can do it. Would drain the stamina quite a bit, I'd say. Dance off, or I don't feel like dancing. Nah, stamina. Also, neutral is a question mark, so probably... Is there no food at the Scala? No. You cannot believe you have reared a child that desires not only to dance, but to dance in a competition with you? You also cannot believe you want to do it for her, despite your many concerns. The panic fills your head and chest, and you do your best to push it away. You try to repeat the mantra, "It's for her," which helps. You stand, casually dusting your shoulder off, and tell her you are prepared. When you arrive at the dance floor, you are surprised by the number of participants. Probably 2 score people stand before you. And you were supposed to dance for longer than any of them? The judge of the contest stands tall, wearing a colorful scarf to distinguish them from the crowd. The rules are simple, the last 2 dancing wins. Now let's hear it for the band. As they finish speaking, the band leaps to life. Loud melodic music fills the dance floor and the participants begin to dance. Now all that's left is to dance. Hell yeah, cut the rug. Oh, it's gonna drain the stamina so quickly. You aren't as spry as you once were. Beads of sweat start to form on your forehead. Dance like no one's watching, yep. One more. You try not to show any further signs of distress, but admittedly, cutting and jibbing is more intensive than you had assumed. Buster move. Oh well. Gotta dance myself to death. As you put your left foot in and your right foot out, you find the heat you feel in your brain overwhelming. For just a moment, everything goes numb. Then you realize you are looking up from the floor. Despair Jr.'s eyes are full of concern, that which barely dissipates as you sit upright. All around you, dancers continue to dance. The bubble around you and Despair Jr. is small, barely enough to prevent your limbs from being danced over on. Nevertheless, the show goes on, you suppose. You stand, dusting yourself off. The pain you feel as a result of your dancing comes as a surprise. You'd have to take it easy tomorrow. Though the girl is clearly a little disappointing, that she doesn't seem to blame you for your body's failing. Perhaps you're not as young as you used to be. Yeah, I feel that. She helps you up, and the 2 of you return home. That was a little fun little escapade. Chapter 3. Again. Getting back early was something you had realistically expected, which you think helps avoid disappointment. At least you knew the recluse made it back safely. Okay, now we're back playing as Despair Jr. with all of our stats. As you grow older, you look back over your life. You think back to the witch who created you and can't help but wonder if everything met your expectations. You wonder if you were the daughter your parent had hoped for. Okay, ending. After all this time. Okay, I just got the achievement for completing the game for the first time. So that was an ending. Awesome. But considering that there are 64 endings in this game, we still have a bit to do. I at least want to check out a couple. Well done on a daughter well raised. So well done, in fact. I think you are deserving of a reward. I can't offer much, but perhaps you would like some spores? There are many uses for these spores. For those that know where to spend them, visit my hut when you're ready to learn more. For now, let's remember the child. First things first, let's measure what your life was worth. Got stats on my life. New music bonus, okay. 100 spores, 300 spores, okay. So we get currency. New color bonus. Oh, there's meta progression? I would say stat bonus, mycelium, dampness, humanity, robustness, potency. So that all adds up, divided by 5. Unused cards and tokens. Miscellaneous achievements of notes. New ending bonus. Plus a big jar of coins, okay. First crown bonus. Okay. Plus, oh no, I didn't read it. In total, that's 700 spores. I would assume that's not bad for a first run. But man, I love the whole concept of this game. I mean, it's kind of a... Yeah, it's kind of a visual novel roguelike. Which, that's like two of my favorite genres combined. Like, holy moly. Oh, the cursor is blocking the... I guess it says unedible mushroom that is both plentiful and well liked. Oh, look at a little Despair Junior. They're so cute. You can also play Witch Hunt. Huh. But well, that was the first run of Mushroom Musume. I had so much fun playing this game. I hope you did as well. I will certainly play at least one more run. And then depending on how well you like it, and how popular it gets, maybe you can get some... Whoops. Maybe we can get some more runs in. I definitely want to check out Witch Hunt. But yeah, if you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you again next time. Ultimate Despair signing out.
Ultimate Despair Live.